back in it with Fruits. This is part 13, I think. Yeah, this is part 13 of Fruits. My aim for this episode is to finish the Yuri route. I don't know how long, in Yuri's route we have left, but, we are going to be finishing Yuri's route today. We're gonna be finishing Yuri's route today. So, last time we left off, shit happened. Lots of shit happened. We explored this weird facility that Yuri is in. Bat got kidnapped as well, so he's in here as well. A lot of shit happened. You're gonna need to watch the last episode to get a full idea of what happened, because I can't explain everything that happened here. So yeah, now we're currently at Bat, sitting on the ground with a, bleeding out stomach, but, he has, I think, gauze on his stomach, or something like that. So, yeah, let's continue. Let's continue this very fast-paced mod. And very action-filled mod. So, you went to a boarding school? In essence, yes, yeah, we got stabbed by Yuri. We got fucking stabbed by Yuri. Because she didn't realize that it was us, because apparently the people that kidnapped her injected her with some sort of liquid, and that liquid caused her to hallucinate and go crazy. So crazy, in fact, that she didn't realize that the MC was the MC, and she fucking stabbed him. 28 stab wounds, in essence. Yes. And even before that, I had made a lot of enemies. My father brought many people around and cohorted with them on a multitude of activities. And with that, my father pissed a lot of people off. And as ironic as it sounds, sometimes when you have to get someone, you go after someone close to them. I see. Why did that one guy keep mentioning that he wanted you to reveal who you truly are? Yuri makes Scoopy close with the fingers, prompting a slight chuckle from me. There's a lot that people don't know about me. A lot that I don't like about myself and want to change. It's part of the reason that I came here. I just want to go to a normal school and live a normal life. Trimming the chaos and turmoil of my norm. And it just seems like at times, the more I run, the faster everything catches up to me. I just continually make things worse. Even though the actions I take, I can never fully trust that they are the right thing to do. Take this, for example. I am the reason you are involved with this. They used you to get to me, which I don't think I can ever forgive myself for. And I've had to make decisions that I don't really trust would end up well. I take a second look back from Yuri, giving myself some time to think. You sound a lot like me, Bat. Yell looks down to the floor and softens her voice. I always think I make things worse. In fact, I'm pretty sure I do. If I hadn't gotten so close to you, you wouldn't be in this situation. These people wouldn't have extorted you so you could rescue me. And because of that, you put yourself in a lot of danger just to come and save me. Someone like me doesn't deserve that. Yuri looks over from me while I open my eyes. You're right, you don't deserve any of this. Yuri, you're a sweet girl who isn't hard to make happy. You're most happy with things like books, which you can immerse yourself and others in. I can easily tell when you explain a poem or story to me, you're passionate about these fictional worlds, and that's where you find your comfort. It's because I can't find comfort anywhere else. Everything I do or say, I hesitate. These hesitations are because, well, I'm scared of making things worse. Like, maybe I'll say something and it just doesn't sound right and makes everything awkward and complicated. It always happened with my family. Haha, that's nothing compared to me. I say some pretty weird shit, Yuri. Yuri chuckles silently. I didn't mean to laugh at that. I'm sorry. No, he was meant to cheer you up. Still pressing myself with my left hand, I reach my right around her shoulders and embrace her. Ah. Yuri timidly wraps one of her arms around my shoulders and hugs back. I can see a small twinge of flustered embarrassment in her eyes, paired with a small, coy smile. But the moment doesn't last long before I realize where we were. We're still in the main lobby area. I'm completely defenseless and left open for any one of our captors to take the kill. Yuri, we need to get out of this lobby. We're too exposed. Good idea. Do you know a good place where we can rest for a bit? What about the basement I was kept in? Where is it? Just in the hall a little here. Yuri points to a right single door towards the right hand hall. No. It's too expensive to hide outside the door for us, and if we need to get out quickly and easily, we would need a secondary exit. Right. Yuri looks down toward the floor and visibly ponders to herself. What about one of the classrooms on this floor? I was in one earlier and it was completely empty. Maybe we can find a locked room and rest in there? We should find one that's away from the main lobby here, so it's less traveled. Right, I'll look around. Yuri lifts herself up and looks back down at me. Are you sure you're gonna be okay? Are you sure you're gonna be okay alone for a few minutes? Yeah, don't worry about me, I'm fine. She smiles hesitantly. It's obvious I'm saying that just to make her feel better. But she accepts it and starts to walk down the hallway to her right, leaving me alone in the lobby. I take the opportunity to exhale deeply and release some of the pain I've been feeling. Yuri's already struggling enough to say as brave as she has been. I can't really let her see that I'm in constant pain or stress myself. But she's been extremely brave so far, both surprises and amazes me. For a girl like Yuri, who is extremely shy, timid, and scared of a conversation, to muster up the strength and to try and escape from dangerous and unsettling odds. That's my type of girl, aha. Chuckling to myself, I remove my hand from my stomach and alleviate the pressure on it. The pain lessens, but ultimately doesn't go away. Still getting him back up against the wall more, the pain burns inside and causes me to grunt loudly. Yuri comes back a few seconds later, eyes shining with a glare of hope. I found an open empty room we can try. Perfect, would you mind helping me up? Not at all. She walks over and grasps onto my right forearm. I position my left leg in a way that will help me push me up from the ground with my right supporting my weight. Ready? Yeah. I push off of the ground while Yuri pulls me up. The pain from the sudden movements and send a searing pain throughout my abdomen. My body instinctively bends over, almost toppling me and Yuri. Whoa! I got it. I catch myself before I lose my footing and stabilize both of us. Sorry. Don't apologize, it's not really your fault. Let's get to the room quickly. Yuri wraps my arm around her shoulders and tries to use her weight to keep me supported. I keep my left hand pressed steadily against my stomach, pushing through the pain in my ribcage and leg. Are you okay? I'm a little more than fucked up right now. I'm pretty sure I have a rib or two broken, and along with the strained leg. I'm sorry to hear that. Yuri slurs her words towards the end of the sentence, but stirs up some pursuit within me. We shuffle through the hallway and reach the door. Yuri reaches up and the door and we both step in. There's someone inside. But Yuri sees that breath suddenly, and looking down on her knees, I can see them visibly shake. Yeah, I think I got it from here. Are you sure? Yeah, you should sit down and rest. How's your stomach feeling? I'll be okay, I just need to rest for a bit. Yuri's words begin to slur again, and I finally realize what's going on. Whatever they drugged her with has slunk to affect her again. The sudden shock of what she did to me earlier must have snapped her out of it. Good. I sit down and lean back against one of the walls of the door, so if anyone looks in, they won't be able to see me. Yuri drops to her knees and starts to futilely look around. They're coming back. An immediate desperation and fear emanate from her soft voice. Yuri, I need you to stay with me right now. Look at me. What? Look at me. Right here in front of you. Can you hear me, Yuri? Yeah, I can hear you. Why is everyone saying these things to me? Yuri's like, well, I think our mental hallucinations. Whatever the drug is doing to her, it's amplifying her subconscious emotions. Yeah, well, with Yuri, that's pretty concerning. Probably was a factor in only getting me earlier. I reach out off my hand to her. Yuri, take my hand. I Yuri, I'm not gonna hurt you with anything bad. I just want you to trust me. I do trust you, but how can you trust me? I stabbed you. I did to do. If I didn't, Yuri, I wouldn't ever even come here to rescue you. Please, take my hand, stand next to me, rest your eyes. Okay. Yuri reaches out and grasps onto my hand, scooting himself next to me. Just rest your eyes a bit. Is that really safe right now? It will be, I promise. With little hesitation, Yuri reaches out against my shoulder and closes her eyes. I have a little bit until I'm fairly sure he's still conscious. The situation I'm in is so fucked. Even if I do manage to rest a bit and let my body recover from the stab, I still can't fight. I'm not even sure I can make it out of this alive. But regardless, Yuri needs to. And I will see to that. But for now, I can't do anything in this condition, and I have no pain to stop me through this, so... I guess I need to just do whatever else comes our way. I'll do this the way I always have. Exhaustion overcoming me, I'll allow myself to slip into a short rest. Yuri's school wakes me up. Radiant conscious, I look around the room and notice the same man from earlier who had said Yuri was dead standing over her. He holds his pocket knife at his hand and tries to plunge into Yuri, but he seems to be holding him at bay. Yuri. I can't talk, I'm too weak. Son of a bitch. Yuri's my hand in desperation and full of stake in sight. Yuri tries to keep the knife away from him, but the man puts his blade into his upper body and the knife starts to come down slowly. Yuri's painted face sends a shock of tenacious fear to me. Staying as quiet as I can in front of my body, ignoring me such a pain and discovered that attempt to bind me to the ground. Once on my feet, I lurch over and prepare my assault. Taking a deep breath in, I sprint towards him. He turns and looks at me, eyes watering as soon as I crash into him. What the hell? How are you still alive? I can say the same about you. You look just as fucked up as I. You're about to live and cut the shit out of me. I managed to crawl on top and reach for his throat. But he suddenly just gets my face and hits me in the stomach once. Oh shit. Just don't die, do you? You fed off all of us exhausting and you yourself in the process. You get stabbed by that bitch over there and nearly bleed to death. You come back from an almost comatose state just to keep fighting? He returns to his feet and walks over to me. Yuri, out the corner of my eye, starts crawling backwards away from us. I feel an impact against my stomach. Yeah, does that hurt? Oh my god. This pain inflicted on you. From what I've heard about you, only know how to be the one bringing the pain. Now that there's also a risk, how does it feel? Huh? We're gonna die. Yuri's gonna die. I'm sick of you and the problems you cause. You and that demon over there. They're just we just had to fight back. But what did you expect? We weren't just going to sit down and let you kill us. For myself to roll over fifth while Yuri and the man. Oh, that's too bad. Now you get to watch me do what I wanted to do ever since all this started. Fudge against Chico. Oh, fuck. Big the block enough again, puts in the ear, heals her hands out to block. Who's gonna force me to watch this? It's because he was. Oh no! It feels me when I wanted you to be in. No! I can't let it end like this. I'll prove him wrong. Ignore anything remembering to the enemy, I forced myself back up. I got up with my handgun and moved from the small of it back. Not hesitating about remember to as fast as my body could possibly take me. He turns around to look at me, I slammed the butt of my handgun against his head. He stumbles and falls to the ground. Make sure to be quick, I aim my fire and both of his from fire. Ooh, shit! Just shot out both his fucking knees. Holy shit. God damn it. You wanna put someone through pain? Someone who knows how to endure pain? Then you better be ready to see it too. Throw the gun back from her and reach in to pick up the man. Firstly turning onto a stomach, I'll grab the middle of his back and the back of his hair and lift him up. His guns and whimpers from both of it to try to distract him from what I plan on doing. Messing up in the strength, I slam him against the wall, make. Ooh! Oh shit! Now take it directions he's bringing down onto them. A sick. Oof. Ah! Just fucking broke his legs. Stop! Get! So good against the back of his head, I saw his face against the. Oh shit! shit! Holy fuck, we killed him! Then came to unfortunate. Shit! Blaze is hugging himself and fell onto the floor. We just fucking killed him! Holy shit, he's fucking dead! He's fucking dead, dude! Holy shit, he dead! He dead as hell. Oh. Yuri sent a place under my shoulder. The pain began to subside. You okay? I'm fine. What about you? Are you okay? I turned to face Yuri. He doesn't look to have any signs of injury, but I asked just to make sure. Yeah, he didn't hurt me. Good. Only phone grip into my stomach. The warm feeling returns when I realize my stomach is probably in worse condition now than it was before. I'll start coughing into my fingers spontaneously. Oh god, that. It looks at my hand after I pull it open my mouth. Small drops of blood from my hand. The pain in my ribcage definitely skyrocketed, which would mean that one of my lungs was oh fuck. Oh fuck. Don't worry, it's making it worse and more severe. We need to get out of here now. Those gunshots must have alerted everyone in and around the building. What do you do? I retrieve my gun from the ground and hold it tightly in my right hand. I serve a place where we can safely get out. Unless it's been tampered with, we should be able to get out through there easily. If the front door is locked, we have to keep the keys to get out. Breaking it would make too much noise. I don't really think we need to worry about making noise now. Alright, smartass, let's go. I walk up to the door of the room and put my ear against it to listen for anyone or anything outside. Nothing, this is the opportunity to move. I quietly and gently open the door, and with Yuri directly behind me, start to head the dark hallway I walked up in earlier. Once we reach the hallway, several pairs of footsteps telling us stop and jump up the hallway. Yuri, get behind cover. I whispered just loud enough for Yuri to hear me. She crouches behind the side table with what seems to be a toolbox on it, and I stand parallel to a ladder, placed just perfectly enough for me to be hidden. Where are they? I'm not sure, but find and kill them! A flashlight sounds in the hall, nearly missing both Yuri and I. I think I heard something upstairs. Go check it out. The flashlight puts down the gun and leaves. From across the hall, Yuri looked at me, waiting for orders. I nod to the left, signaling her to keep going. After Yuri disappears from the hallway, I follow suit. Once we reach the familiar train that I recall, something feels different. Something feels off. Yuri keeps going ahead of me, but... Yuri, wait! Huh? She stops and looks back. Light turned on to a huge floodlight placed in the car. Whoa! Found them! Oh, from the hall, several armed men start. Oh, shit! Yuri, get to the window at the end of the hallway. Break it with the felt I left next to it so we don't get hurt. I'm gonna buy you time to do that. Yuri looks back and please come with her. But I throw my hand down the hall to just to go. You need to go! Don't worry about me, I will meet you outside. Get over here! 2 minutes start to close the gap, sprinting extremely fast. As one gets close to me, I reach down and grab the paint bucket by its handle. When he gets close enough to me, I swing the bucket and watch it slam to the side of his head, dropping it down to the ground instantly. Son of a bitch! The other charges directly toward me, holding something in his hand that I can't clearly see through the blinding light. Fearing it to be a gun, I quickly shift my left and get behind the end of the wall, breaking a line of sight. When he turns the corner, I can see that he is indeed carrying a handgun. I wrap both my hands around his arm and push upward. He grunts and tries to throw his arm back down, but I manage to get in between the gaps of his arm and chest. Take a deep breath inward. At the peak of my inhale, I throw the entire of my weight straight down, making sure the pit of my hip and angling my right shoulder so he flies over it. Once his back hits the ground, I strike my fist into his arm. Oh shit! I felt that one. I fucking felt that one. Ow. Shit. Ugh. I literally felt that. Did anyone else feel that? Explaining that he... Ugh. Anyway. Several others are coming down the hall. Their footsteps and yelling voices giving me more and more information on how close they are to me. I punched the man again in his throat and he lets go of his gun, coughing. Reaching to the small I back, I grab my handgun and aim both guns down the hall of my incoming aggressors. Oh yeah, one fired down the hallway to expect to advance. The burning my lungs and stinging both my leg and stomach and I'm at the moment because of the insane amounts of adrenaline my body's producing. However, my breathing is suffering because of all the activity I'm doing with an injured body. What the hell is you taking so long? The light illuminates the rest of the hallway we were going down enough that I can see him moving at the end of it. We need to get out of here right now. I take both handguns and blind fire down the hallway once more. Alright, time's up, we need to go. I turn and run down the hallway. Yuri senses the window, pounding on it and trying to break it. What's the holdup? Break! Yuri, face me! She turns around and faces me as I get close to her. But I don't slow her down. When I make contact with her, I wrap my arms around her. Pivoting my hip and forcing her to cover her face from my chest, I throw him back from the window and send us flying through it. Oh, we flew out of it. I land directly on my back, shielding her from the glass and cushioning her fall. The force of my crash lands knocked the wind out of me, but I keep my arms up from Yuri. An overwhelming urge to call forces me to lurch my chest up. Roll and go against my side, I push Yuri off me and try to sit up. The jagged pieces of glass that stick out of my back don't make it too comfortable place to lie down. And on top of that, we're still being chased and we need to get out of here immediately. You okay? Yeah, come on, we need to get out of here. Finally catching my breath, I stand right off with my hand to Yuri. She reluctantly takes it and we both start running along the edge of the forest. Yuri runs alongside me, her eyes full of fear and her breathing is on and labored. We can keep going, we need to find a phone somewhere. Where do we find a phone? We need to get back into town and find a public place. That'll be the safest for us. Yuri and I keep running along the edge of the forest until we find a long and narrow roadway that leads into town. I know exactly where we are now. This is the red that Julia takes whenever we head to our office. Both you and I hunch over and lean on our knees to breathe. We need to get to a phone so I can call the police and Julia. I can find mine in the land where I found my gun, so I'm not even sure where it is. It's fucking gone, dude. Locating it wasn't really a priority at this time, but it would have been useful right now. Yuri, are you ready to keep going? Yeah. You don't sound like it. Focus your breathing through your nose. If you keep inhaling through your mouth frantically, you're going to get a cramp in your stomach, and that means lots of oxygen to your blood. Okay. I grab Yuri's hand and start running again. My lungs burn, my feet ache, my ribcage and stomach sting. Just about every part of my body is in pain, even the parts that weren't injured. All I'm running off of right now is adrenaline. I'm sure Yuri is too, and being drugged probably doesn't help her. The time I recall striking behind us almost scissors me into it. Oh. They're chasing us! Yuri, I want you to run behind a bush so they can't see you. What about you? Listen, they're gonna pursue us no matter what. The least I can do right now is slow them down as much as I can. Yuri and I both stop, and before she starts to run ahead, she looks at me with terrified eyes. You can do this. Trust me, I can handle myself. I would believe you if you wasn't so hurt. Fair point. Get going. I place one of my hands on Yuri's back and shove her forward. She involuntarily starts running. Wait. What? What the fuck? Boom sound. I don't know what that was. That was weird. Huh. Okay. Don't know what that was, but let's continue. She involuntarily shot Savannah, leaving me behind. Turning around to face the butcher vehicle, I ready my handguns. Keeping my aim focused on the road, I move next to a bush that can, and first consider my immediate position. That's right, come right to me. That lets me just over the hill we are on, and the car starts to speed on towards me. I fight 3 rounds into the general air of the rear passenger tire, hoping I can my mark my pain. A loud pow bursts through the air as the vehicle swerves out of control. Due to its high velocity, the tire being blown out suddenly throws their own uncontrolled bat out of hell journey. Hello? Bat out of hell, get it? Into a nearby tree. The driver flies out and through the windshield, slamming into the tree and instantly killing him. Yikes, the driver's fucking dead. The passenger's thrown about 2. They're not all dead, but for now they're incapacitated. This is perfect, you and I have more time to run. Looking behind me, I see Yuri peering up over a bush. Damn, she made considerable distance on short flying me. Now I guess Mike can catch up. Shuffling down the dirt road, my body shuffling all over again. Since the adrenaline is wearing off, I'm gonna be having a very hard time very soon. The mere fact that I was even that mobile during that little altercation amazes me. I can't stop now. I can't afford to. When I finally reach Yuri, my knees strain to keep me upright, and my stomach feels warm again. Jesus. I reach down and put my hand against my stomach, and then look down at it. More and more blood keeps seeping through the bandages. I swallow whatever saliva is left in my mouth, and silently try to keep the blood in my hand I see from Yuri. I can never figure out more than she already is, and this will just send her over the edge. So I guess I'm feigning my health right now. Everything alright? Oh yeah, everything's fine. Alright. Come on, let's keep going. This probably won't be the only car that can after us. You really think they will send more after us? Oh yeah, this just showed us how badly they want to prevent an escape. Yuri and I keep going, keeping a moderate pace the entire way. I eventually moved to the outskirts of the town and start going down some alleyways and roads, desperately looking for help. Each step is getting harder and harder to take. My mouth begins to drop and I feel like I'm gonna vomit, and I think it might be a little chilly out here. How is it this hard to find somebody? Out of frustration, she rubs the floor with her hands and almost stumbles. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I return to grab her arms and torso. Now sometimes you're getting dizzy. Sorry. I just can't see straight right now. Her words begin to slow again. God damn it, don't worry, Yuri. Once we get out, we'll find out what they drug you with. You'll be back to good health in no time. Towards the end of the sentence, I feel my stomach turning and I gag. Pat! I'm fine. The heat from my gags cramped my stomach and my wound. God, fuck. Taking sharp inhales, I managed to keep myself from shouting out. Oh. Do you think you managed to walk a little more? Yeah, of course. Good. When I let go of her arm, she looks down and notices the blood that comes from my hand. Is that? Don't worry about it, let's just keep going though. The sooner we find help, the better. Looking around, I notice an alleyway that I've seen several times before on my commute with Julia. Then let's go down that alleyway. I think there's a convenience store over there. Okay. Yuri starts it down the alleyway and I shamble behind her. Locke smiles onto Yuri and me. The store is there and it's open. A police car sits out in front of it and there are officers inside talking with the cashier. Oh my god, Bat, you were right! That police officer inside can call an ambulance, we're saved! Bat? Oh no. Oh no. Also, my friend who's earlier here needs to go to the hospital. Clarence, can you call 911? I'm gonna try and give emergency care to this boy. Of course. Ma'am, I need to move out of the way. Give him some air. What are you doing? I'm gonna try and give him some air. He isn't breathing. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Come on now, kids, stay with me. Man, what's his name? It's Matt. Matt, can you hear my voice? I need a chance to be, but please, for the love of God. The ambulance is on its way. They said they... Oh no. He has a knife in his stomach. He had something about broken rib. I think it's my leg. Told me that before I started giving CPR, but I didn't have any choice to get him. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. He tells the pulse was very weak. It's like everything was going either. I can see him, thank God. 10-10-20XX. Room 105 in the hospital. Doesn't give a time. Ugh. When I open my eyes, the world slowly fades in. Where am I? You're in the hospital. What? How are you here? Jill sits next to the hospital bed I'm lying on. She has her legs propped up against the railing of the bed. She's slightly leaned back. She looks comfortable, so she must have been there for a while. I'm emergency contact. Did you forget? Oh. I got you on the good painkillers. Do you feel funny? I can't feel my face. I'm good. Where's Yuri? She's resting in another room. I want to see her. I try to sit up, but Joy quickly sits up and forces me back down again. You can't get up. What the hell's wrong with you? What? Jill looks at me and points directly down. Following her instruction, I notice that fresh and pristine white bandages wrapped on my stomach. Rip a stitch open the bandages are there to help obscure them and keep yourself flung out of your body. But I was only stabbed by a box cutter. Be that as it may, when you arrived here, your movements ripped up beyond hell. The fact that you didn't just bleed out and die in your walk to the town is a miracle in itself. I see. It didn't feel too good either, did it? Hell no. You must have hidden it pretty well too, since Yuri said you made no mention of it until you just dropped in the alpha parking lot. Yeah, that was my intention. Julia sighs and looks up to the side. Yeah, just keep it from worrying, right? Keep it from panicking looking more accurate. This time was, I guess, justified, but you do have a habit of hiding the pain from others, even if you're in need of help. I ask for help when it's necessary. And when is necessary? Like early when you went to chalk and couldn't say shit about what you were going through? Jelly raises the voice and goes to the point to the side. And don't get me started on what kind of trouble you were in. You only died out there, Bat. If the ambulance hadn't come when it did, I would be burying you right now. Alright, I get it. I fucked up, I'm sorry. I know Ashley and I trained to be no pain and get the job done, but I think we taught you a little too well. You put another limit, no matter how rugged, trained, or hard they are. And it's not best we never push ourselves past that breaking point. I don't... She stops herself like she was about to say something she didn't mean to say out loud. What? Don't worry about it. No, tell me. Not many things you make her just stop in place like that, so this must be important. Fine. I don't want to lose you, Pat. You mean a lot to me, and I refuse to fathom you not being around anymore. Jill's words catch me way off guard. Normally, she doesn't really tell me about these kind of feelings. And when she does it, I just shrug it off into being hormonal. But I guess I understand what type of position I put her in. And it definitely deserves to be recognized. With a deep breath, I look at Julie and assure her. I understand where I come from. It was wrong of me to endanger myself as much as I did. I wanted so very badly just to protect Yuri, since I am the entire reason this all happened. It was unfair for her to be dragged into something that just my presence instigated. And like a fool, I rushed into the situation without regard for my safety. It's kind of your style. You're meant to do whatever it takes to complete your assignments. But that is almost as many cons as it does pros. Sorry I'm not talking as much. I'm not like, commentating as much. But this is very interesting. This is super interesting. Regardless, I'm sorry, Julie, for making you worry. Wow, I was expecting you to apologize. It's alright, Bat, I'm proud of you. Even if you really cost me someone very dear to me. As conscious as Yuri was, she did reflect on what happened, and you did very well. I wonder if she was okay. She wasn't in any life-threatening danger when I lost consciousness, but the drug she was administered is what placed my mind. So let's talk about what happened. You sure? You can rest for a while. I'm in no rush. You got me a little time off. I can get back and relax for a while. Hey, I think it's important to discuss the terms of what almost killed me. Alright, so, here's my understanding so far. Because Yuri was very, she was drugged. I was gonna say unstable, but yeah, that's a better way of putting it. But she wasn't giving me information that seemed 100%. I want to know if she was okay. What's this all of a sudden? Julia, I want to know if she was okay. Her vitals are stable, but the medical stuff was still waiting on the blood labs to come back. As of right now, we weren't sure what exactly she was given. How was she acting? She kept saying she was hearing, seeing things, but there was nothing there. She couldn't keep herself upright a lot of the time, and her speech was heavily slurred and impaired. And it seemed to have been affecting her in waves too. Yeah, it does need something that affects the brain, but that's too fast for fields really estimate accurately right now. We're just gonna have to wait until the results come back. When will that be? Not sure, but I made sure to put it on urgent status. Thank you. Now back into the topic. Can you tell me exactly everything that happened? Sure. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, tell me about it. Well, you survived it all just like we trained you. I didn't do it because I was trained to. Eh? I actually not only predicted Yuri, but prove a few points for myself. What do you mean? Let's not worry about that right now. Okay. Anyway, the main goal was for you to reveal your affiliation with the company? I assume so, because they knew about Oceanside. To be fair, if you can find someone who knows about Oceanside, it isn't really much of a secret. The general public, of course, it isn't known since it's entirely private, for good reason too. It was just something that caught me off guard. What information did you give them? Actually, his name, that's pretty much it. Oh, so that actually came in handy for once. I have no idea why they were trying to get this information. It basically looks like it was a personal attack on you and not the company infrastructure as a whole. Perhaps. Perhaps. Mayhaps. Perby. Anyway. Julie leans back in her chair and lies her hand on the backrest. You should probably get home now. It's late and you look extremely tired. Never comment if a girl looks tired, okay? And plus, I'm gonna stay here with you. You have things to discuss about anyway. Right, then good night, I guess. Good night, Bat. Yes, I still think we have a while to go. When I come to a weird tingly feeling across my body. Mangoes must be constantly fed into me and I'm not used to it. It's almost nauseating. I placed both of my hands on the guardrails and I might prop myself up. Julie is in the room now, so it's Yuri, but oh well. A pretty looking nurse sits at her desk in the room and writes on a whiteboard behind it. I never noticed that desk before. It must have been out of its last night, Jesus. Oh, Bat, you're awake. Did you sleep well? I have almost no recollection of anything that happened, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, well, you weren't in that good of a condition when you came in. You were getting say when we had to give you immediate care. How does this boy like yourself even get so hurt? Right, protect someone he cares about. Oh, that's sweet. It was that girl that with you that when you came in, right? Yeah, her name is Yuri. She's a sweet girl. Whenever you need help, she keeps asking for you. But unfortunately, the both of you need your rest. I understand. Taking a look around, peering out the window into the sunlight, it makes my eyes. I remind myself of the events that happened last night. It was so much, and how badly it was hurt really made it difficult to recall. How long are we going to be in here for? Around a week. She turns around to face me. A wound as bad as the one in your stomach is going to need a lot of attention care. You also have to factor in that you went into hypovolemic shock. Jesus, did I lose that much blood? Okay, you almost dead while you came in. We managed to stabilize you and get you comfortable for us to get that out of the way first. Now we're just going to check on you over the course of the next week so we can make sure you're getting better. Damn, that's a long time. I hate hospitals. No one really likes them, but they're here to save lives, and you were anxious from losing yours. I'm grateful. Thank you, ma'am. Speaking of which, now that you're awake, she stands on the desk, walks up to me, and begins rubbing the cuff from a sphygmometer around my arm. It might feel extremely easy for a minute. I just need to measure your blood pressure. Then I'm gonna get you breakfast. Oh my god, you're a saint. Oh, stop. So I saw regarding that your blood labs are still pending. Do you think you have any guess as to what she had? I'm afraid not. The entire situation with you two is foggy to me. I tend to not pay much attention to stuff like that. It's just something you learn as a nurse after a while. And even if I didn't know, I can't really tell you. Information regarding your care is proprietary and confidential. I understand completely. The nurse presses the button over a complicated medical device and the cover of my mouth fills with air compressors. Almost immediately I start feeling extremely dizzy. If you're dizzy, then just lean back against the bed until it's over. I do as she says and wait for it to stop. When she is done, the coffee is to finish my oven. I can almost slowly feel the blood rush back through. Oh. That was a lot more unpleasant than I would have liked. Sorry about that. It's fine. Let me go get your breakfast now. Just the mere mention of food makes my stomach grow violently. I assume that I can eat solids and all, right? Yeah, your stomach was pierced, thank God. You and I survived it was. The gastric juices and hydrochloric acid would have leaked over your organs, and I don't think I would need to finish the rest of that description. Spare me, I don't think my stomach's strong enough to handle that. We both chuckle. I'm right back. She promptly leaves the room. What the fuck is going on outside? Is this what it is? Why is it like... I don't know why I think I'm just hearing shit. I don't know. I don't fucking know. She exits, Julie enters. With medical staff I see. Hey, you do what you must to get information. Sure. She walks up to me almost across and wearing a smug face and she sits down. What's with the face? Guess what I got? A new brand of perfume plan to asphyxiate me with? What? No! What lies? Give the better opportunity than now, woman. How can I believe you won't? She grunts and that smug smile turns to a certain scowl. For real though. Shut up! You play around it like the worst times. She rubs her forehead. Give me a break, I'm like a quarter dead. Give you a break when you start to give me one. Jolly, you'd never rape me. Maybe if you're younger. Oh my god, no! Jolie's face pushes red and she goes, Good one, Bat. I have your girlfriend's blood lab results. Jolie makes quotes with her fingers. Anything interesting? Actually, yes. Julie pulls a small envelope out of the strip pocket in her suit and places it on the bed. I promptly grab it and open it. What she does is possible seems to be an altered form of ketamine. Ketamine, isn't that meant to be an anesthetic? Traditionally, it's administered as one, but the traces the blood lab found didn't match the common variants of ketamine. You did say she was having severe hallucinations, and she can't really call much of those hallucinations to explain. So I think it was altered with a hallucinogen. Which, if so, kind of makes sense as to why your captors gave it to her in the first place. What do you mean? Think about her, Bat. You either forced her to tell them information or to incapacitate her. Maybe both. You're on the right track. She also did end up getting aggressive and attacking things around her. Maybe it was foreseen they wanted her to attack you, making your escape more difficult. That would mean they would need to rely on your emotional problems. I don't quite think that's something I just know about. Did she keep that stuff hidden? Like, you have no idea. I guess something else part of that is the cuts on her wrists. But she told me she was gonna stop doing that. Julia accepted the posture suddenly but slightly. What the hell are you hiding from me? Julia lowers her voice. When you were checked in, she has her wounds on her wrists that were badly infected. Son of a bitch. I lean back into bed and calm myself. Those kind of infections aren't ever good. Is she okay? She'll be fine, but she told me not to tell her right away. The hell not? Again, think about it. She feels like she really betrayed you. She explained to me how much trust you put into her, and she was proud of herself for being strong enough to resist those urges. She even mentioned your little idea about drawing a writing on her wrist instead of cutting. Which, by the way, very good idea. But to a girl like her, that trust means everything. Her doing what she did made her feel like she wasted your confidence in her and that you'll just drop her. I see. Do you understand a little better now? Completely. Julie is a little lectured right there. Hit deep and it hit hard. I don't actually want to see her anymore. I want to tell her it's okay. I want to tell her that she impressed me and made me trust her more than I ever have. I want to tell her that she was stronger than I was last night. Because she was jogged, hurt, stressed, guilt-ridden, and fearing for her life constantly for days. And even after majorly wounding me, she still helped and tried her best for me. She held to everything, and I didn't. I'll be damned she thinks she betrayed me. Realized it gets based up pretty hard. I focused back on Julia. You think it'd be hard there? Yeah, just reflecting. That's all. What are the doctors gonna do about the drug? Well, she was administered a very large and dangerous dose. She reacted pretty badly to it as well. But the staff has made her comfortable and they've already given her countermeasures for it. She's gonna be okay. Good. I lean back onto the bed again and heave a sigh. Good. Yeah, you certainly do care a lot for her, don't you? Yeah, more than I expected I would. I'm itching my leg like crazy. I should probably stop itching my leg. That's sweet. Don't overanalyze, we're not dating or anything. Your tone of voice doesn't agree. We're not dating, Julia. Do you want to? I stay silent for a while, responding. Mind your own damn business. That's so cute. Yeah, have you laugh. I can't help it. When can I see her? I'm not actually sure. Why don't you flirt with the nurse about what to smooth it out of her? Dear God, your word choice could have been a lot better. Also, you know damn well you'll get jealous when I do and get all pouty. Exactly. I hate you. Don't hate me for knowing you like a book. Keep my pages hidden, miss. Oh, I taught you well. Very. After a few minutes of my self-reflection, the nurse walks in holding a plastic tray. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I got your food fresh. Thank you. When can I see Yuri? In just a little bit. She's being discharged right now. Hearing those words left my spirit up a little, so I suddenly eat my breakfast and wait. After eating my breakfast, the nurse takes my tray before performing some more checkups, and the blood pressure test and an EKG test to make sure my heart's performed correctly. Julie gets up and leaves the room without saying anything. She returns a few minutes later with a purple-headed sight that I've longed to see ever since I collapsed. Yuri! Pat! I'm so glad you're okay. She goes over to my bedside. Ditto, how are you feeling? Definitely a lot better than I was last night. That's for sure. How's your stomach? It's been better. But what matters is that I'm alive, and those bastards didn't take us down. Right. I look over to Julian, not to the side, gesturing his relief. She acknowledges it and walks out of the room. I'm so sorry for all that. He of all people didn't deserve to get mixed up in that, and you could have died because of me. That's a burden I'm gonna carry for the rest of my life. Pat, even if I wasn't in the situation I was in, I still would have helped you. Eh? You mean a lot to me, and I think we have a lot more in common than we see. I know I'm weak and timid, but I was still trying my best for you. You're not weak and timid. Did you see how much ass you got there? You held your own for consecutive days, and we still managed to get out because of that. Hell, you almost took me down. Very few people can actually say that. Yuri stays silent, her face flushing while trying to look away. But I hurt you. How can you still stand to be near me? Because I care about you. Yuri, I like you. Yuri practically freezes in place. You shouldn't. And why you say that? Because Yuri slowly pulls my food and should be gross. Bandage that covers it from wrist up to the elbow. Although I knew with the pride, the mere sight of how severe it is still shocks me. She must have cut really even enough to begin with. Yuri. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Yuri still trying to avoid eye contact with me. I'd have been familiar with you at the bed rail and met Mom and found her. You don't need to apologize. Yes, I do. You trust me and I wouldn't do it again, I promised you. I broke that and I feel awful. The circumstances justify it. I guarantee that if what happened this last week hadn't occurred, you wouldn't have done this. Am I wrong? No. No, I'm not. You're a strong girl and you proved it all. Don't think I stopped trusting you. If anything, I trust you more now than I did back then. She felt me up with her arms around me, but she turns to embrace. I can feel her sniffling as she cries. This girl, I never thought I'd ever find someone like her. She and I may have gone down different roads, but we hit the same plot holes. And because of that, we have come to relate to each other in ways I don't think anyone else is able to understand. And all I want is to protect this girl from me up further home. I want to be with this girl. We both look at each other and I look up into her eyes. Yuri, I'll protect you. I'll do whatever it takes to help you through your obstacles. Why would you do something like that? For someone like me? Because. Thank God Joe isn't here to see and hear this. Because I want to be by your side through it all. I have feelings for you, Yuri. Yuri walks over to you and looks at me nervously. Huh? You don't really mean that? Do you? I know we talked about this once before, but now I guess I'm ready. Yes, I really mean it. Yuri smiles and wraps her arms around me again. I close my eyes and hug her back. I actually did it. Never once did I think I could confess my feelings for Yuri. I've always been taught to express those feelings. But after all we've been through together, I can't ignore them anymore. This is an all too familiar feeling that's bittersweet. We both released each other and I leaned back on the bed. Once I get back to school, everything can go back to normal. The literature club, everyone happy, peaceful, something I've needed for a long time. Yes, I look forward to that. Actually, Julie sits back into the room, putting her phone back into her pocket. Pat, you won't be returning to school. But what? Why not? Julie paces into the middle of the room and looks down at the floor. Admin has decided since you were targeted for information that you should be relocated. Bruh. Julia, don't do this to me again. Sorry, Pat. It wasn't my choice. The pain in my heart hurts more than the pain in my stomach. Why? After all this? You're struggling all my tears and looks away. Julia continues to avoid eye contact. I'm truly sorry, Pat. I was just notified of this. I assume I have no choice then? No. You're wrong. Huh? I do have a choice. Pat, you understand what'll happen if you don't comply, right? I'll be taken into custody for insubordination. Correct, and I don't want that. And I don't want to leave. You're really going to do this, aren't you? Your bruised face intently cries. No! Please give me a save. Saving here, because I know that there was a bad choice and there's a good choice. What's the bad choice, though? What is the bad choice? Is the bad choice complying? Or is the bad choice disobeying? This I wish I can help you is... What's the bad choice here? Oh my god, what is the choice that will net me a good ending here? Okay, let's think about this. Let's think about this. If I stay, then we'll get taken into custody. And we won't be able to see Yuri. But we won't be able to see Yuri either way, because if we leave, we won't see her forever. But if we disobey orders... Oh my god. You know what? Fuck it. I'm staying. If this is a good or bad ending, I don't care. I'm staying. I understand the consequences of my decision. But I do not wish to leave Yuri and the logical behind. They mean too much for me to just abandon. Julia, I'm staying. God damn that. You said you would help me when I decided to live a normal life. By doing this, you're taking that one chance I have away. It won't be your only chance. Bullshit. Stop thinking you're loud like a child. Not a child anymore, Julia. All I want is to stay here with Yuri and the literature club. I'm sorry, Matt. Are you really? Because if you were, then you would be on the phone getting me out of this decision. I can't. Don't you understand that? Yuri walks over to a chair across the room and sits down. Don't do this to me. Then what do you think you do, huh? Because what you're telling me is going to force me to take you into custody. I can't do that to you, Pat. Either get me out of this, or you might as well arrest me now. Jill seems thrown up on my command. I know deep down inside she can't be constituted in my life. To let that cheat naturally make it possible for me. She understands where I'm coming from and how I feel. And granted, I understand her point of view and how she feels too. But I'm not being a fool and forced away from those that I care about. I'm being hard on her, but I have no other choice. You're making this much harder for me than I can really handle. Then please, allow me to calm down myself a little. Get me out of this. I know you can, Jules. You're almost as good of a smooth talker as I am. Do you know how many times I've talked you into doing something you didn't want to do? Damn it. I know you can help me, Julia. I trust you. Do you really? Because I don't know how to repay your trust. Julia starts crying. This is something I just tell him no sorry. Let's think about this. Adam said it was because I was information trouble, right? Correct, and that your asset too valuable to be corrupted. I'm not going to be corrupted. You know me very well, and I would never do that. I do, and I know very well that you won't. But Adam doesn't think so. Then tell them it wasn't an attempt to extort information out of me. Tell them it was a personal attack on both Yuri and me. And it's something trafficking, ransom, or something like that. You might be onto something there. But a report was already written up and I had to stop her. I know you haven't submitted that report. The order to relocate me was preliminary to the actual report, right? Correct. But if you do change it, they're most likely gonna still go through with the order. You can at least try. Please, Julia, that's all I'm asking. Pat. She stares at me for a second, trying to get me to back down. But it's frustrating for her, I don't plan on. Fine. But you're only gonna make this worse for yourself in the long run. I'll accept what happens to me. Julia walks out of the room, leaving only Yuri and me. She looks as distraught as I am. After breathing a heavy sigh, she stands and walks over to me. Hi. You're going to get arrested if you don't go? Something along those lines, yeah. Then maybe you should go. I was like things worse of you, and now I face bringing you that burden again. Yuri's thoughts about it. I can tell she's trying very hard to hold back her tears. Yuri, leaving would do me more damage than staying. But I can't leave you being away from me. Pat, I can't bet you too much to let that happen. Yuri, in life you have to make sacrifices. And they're never easy decisions to make. But I made mine. Are you sure that's what decision though? It definitely was not. But I came here so I can live a life of normalcy. To finally relax and learn to develop myself as something other than a tool for others to use. Now that I'm finally attaining that, people wish to rip it from me. I will not let that happen. But since I was for your safety. Yuri softens his voice and peers off to the side. It looks that way on paper. My safety is something my profession is concerned for. They're only worried about the potential of leaked information. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Yuri still retains her attention and sips a few times. I take her into mine and look into her amethyst eyes. My amethyst angel. I trust you. She smiles weakly. You're discharged from hospital, right? Yeah. You should get home and get some rest. Will you be okay here alone? Yeah, I promise. Okay. Yuri leans forward and gives me one last timid hug before leaving the room. The emptiness of the room and the weight of my decision almost makes me feel like I'm being crushed by some invisible force. Even though the painkillers I have coursing through me, the drop in my stomach makes everything hurt. I know the decision I made is going to have consequences, but I stand by it. Leaning back on my bed, I close my eyes and let my stress and exhaustion pull me to unconsciousness. I feel my shoulder begin gently shaking. When I open my eyes, I see Julia standing over me. Jesus Christ, woman, don't just stand over someone like that. You're gonna give them a heart attack. Sorry. She sits down in the chair next to me and rests her hands on her lap. What do you want? Are you absolutely sure you want to go through with this? My answer has not changed. You're endangering your future and possibly just by doing this. You even hope that you can stay and be with her, and if you walked away from her, then you're just gonna put her through more distraught than she's feeling now. I know girls, and I know this will hurt her more than it will hurt you. Are you here to take me into custody? No. I finished the report, but again, I'm not really sure it's gonna change anything. I appreciate you doing that, but I need you to have my back. And right now, I know you don't. How can you say something like that? Because I know you hesitate quite a lot here. You have claims for a lot of things, and you have a lot of permissions. I do, but that doesn't mean I can return directors from above. They see that you were targeted with self permission, then they're going to take measures to restrict that from happening again. Jolie, what happened was not an internal matter, it was domestic. Yuri and I went to the police after escaping. As far as they're concerned, it was a kidnapping that we got away from. And when we told the police it was attacked solely on me for information about the organization that we can't say anything about. Julie looks at me intrigued. The only people who know about that are Yuri, you, and I. I thought you told everyone what you told me. You told everyone incapacitated loopy teenager like high and pink hills told you. What merit would that truly have? Coming from you, quite a lot. Abner doesn't know that. Julia, it's simple if you go by this approach. I raised the vision to this. After further review, insisting that 4219's initial statement cannot be admissible due to the state he was in, as well as the influence he was under by medical staff administered narcotics. Reviewing the domestic police department's report, I conclude that this was a single event with no possible chance for trends. What about the individuals arrested by the officers? I personally executed the men in charge. The rest I assume only on payroll. The reason for capturing them probably wasn't their concern. Probably assume any more than guesses that. Remember what I should have said? Huh? Instinct trumps intuition. I was there doing all of this. I took down many of these bastards and I conversed with them as well. With the added threat, the police breathing down their necks, they aren't gonna do anything further. That makes sense, I guess. I reviewed the police report and several arrests were made. Yuri was able to explain why you guys were kept as well as 911 calls from the police themselves calling for an ambulance. I don't know what you did, but it worked. As it always does. I'll work off the train that you actually give to me. And even though I can't fully trust the decisions I make, like the one I made earlier today, I still go with it. I'm assuming that this is the good ending. Because this has rather long for a bad ending. I look at her and reach out for her hand. He hesitates but places her hand in mine. It's because of you and her that I'm able to make these decisions. Look, I'll see what I can do. Thank you, Julia. That means a lot to me. Don't give me things yet, nothing has happened. And don't get your hopes up. So, was the only reason you came here tonight to try and convince me to go? No, actually. Contrary to your belief, I'm still extremely worried about you and your injuries. I thought that maybe spending the night here with you would help. So you can stop me from running? No, I know you wouldn't run away. What's the matter? Do you have a problem with a pretty woman spending the night with you? You're not in bed with me, so that doesn't count. What makes you think that would change? Fair point, it is you we're talking about. Hey, what does that mean? You know what I mean. I chuckled to myself. It does feel comfortable being able to joke around with Julia. In fact, it was something I really needed after all this. I know that's just as hard as it is on me. She isn't willingly asking me to leave this life that I found for myself. She's being forced to. After all, orders are orders. My thoughts are interrupted by Julia taking her feet back up into the bed. Excuse me, do you mind? Yes, I do. I want to get comfortable too. I'm not sure I expect to sit in that position all night. This should be nice. If you say so. After another 10 or so minutes of back and forth banter, we both decide to go to sleep. I lie back onto the bed and rest my eyes. She rests her head against one backrest. But after a considerably short amount of time, I can hear her breathing shift, calm and relaxed. I still envy those who can fall asleep very quickly. As I try to rest, only the image of Yuri and how sad she was earlier remains in my head. I'm going... yeah. I'll be right back. Like, affiliate... I feel it's a big deal. And... you know... it's crazy to think that... now I'm finally able to... you know, reap the rewards of... being an affiliate. With subs and bits and stuff. I thought that this point would be a long way away, but now that I see it, I just can't believe it. It's crazy to think. I don't know. I just appreciate everyone being here. And just watching and shit. Because like I said, you guys made that happen. You guys made it happen. And I thank you for that. Yeah. Anyway, back to the mod. Hospital food, something that you don't expect to be good. But to be fair, I don't particularly have a preferred taste palette. However, the food over the course of this past week has been bad. I kind of like it. The only downside is that it reminds me of the food I had back in my high school. The tray and everything else too. But I continue eating as Yuri, Sarah, Monica, and Natsuki walk into the room. It's been almost a week since I was admitted to the hospital, and this is the first time I'm seeing they go since yesterday. Matt! Sarah yelps and stops in her place almost as if she doesn't know what to do. Natsuki's completely silent. Oh my. Matt, are you okay? I feel fine. I certainly hope you have been resting. As much as I stick again. I'm real glad you're okay. You did say you were hurt and you needed time to recover in the hospital. How badly were you hurt? Pretty badly. Yuri looks away, making it painfully obvious that she's too scared to say anything. The guilt she still feels about stabbing Yuri eats at her. She and I had a conversation about it a few days ago. Nothing beyond much to explain, I was just hurt. I'll be fine, it'll just be a bit to recover. Yuri said peaks and she looks at me surprised. Almost as if I've been explaining something very emotionally difficult to her friends. I give her a "you don't need to worry" glance. She evidently calms down. Well, no matter what, we were worried about you, and we're super glad you're okay. This club has been a little quiet since our chief most for now, and Guido's is absent. The end results of the area being a bug out loud. That sounds troublesome. Hey! What, you like to read really cheesy stuff? Just because I've read Milo and O 7 times doesn't mean that's all I read. We all chuckle. So, when can we expect you back? Both Sarah and Natsuki look at me for an answer. It's gonna be hard to explain. Monica's on pause for a second. She don't look at me and Yuri. There's a chance I won't be coming back. How? Why not? What? I think we need a little more information on that. I'll lean forward and ponder how I can do what might happen. And we tell them. All the girls step back at me, their eyes begging for this to be some kind of joke. I'm sorry. You don't need to apologize, it makes a lot of sense. Monica acts as if she plans something else, but stops herself. Sarah doesn't look as if she can be able to speak. Only tears fall in her eyes. You have no choice? No. Natsuki, I can tell is much better at hiding the feelings about this than the other girls. But I can still see in her eyes that she's completely crushed. As it stands right now, I'm waiting on Jolie to talk to them. What's going to come of it, I still don't know. What I told the girls was a slightly altered version of what Yuri overheard. I left out key terms and points that my job uses, but kept the overall point the same. The last thing I want is to expose them to something that will only make things harder for them. Sari, not saying a single word, walked over to me and wrapped her arms around me. Normally I would chastise her and pull off me for not giving me a warning, but for obvious reasons, I don't. Sari raises her hand to my shoulder, and I can feel a sniffle. Yeah, fruits, bats, it's like, well, Julie, pack your bags, we're moving again, we're moving to another place again. Yeah. I wrap my left arm around her. Yuri walks over and hugs me from the right. I follow by wrapping my... Also, Nick, I kept forgetting to do this. I keep forgetting to do this. Since you are a mod in... Illy's chat, it is only right for me to give you mod in this chat. So yeah, there you go. Now you're a mod. I followed by wrapping my arm around her. Natsuki and Monica looked at each other before joining the hug. The hug from all four girls makes it extremely difficult to keep my composure. If what Julia said to me was true, that all the effort we're trying to put in to get me out of these orders won't work, and then it's gonna crush these girls. And they don't deserve that. Monica, I guess I was right when I said I can't promise I'll come back to the club. But you're a strong girl. I know you'll live to watch over Yuri when I'm gone. I keep those words in my mind as a way of calming myself down. I'm never really concerned or bothered by situations like this, but after everything that happened, I'm attracted to the girls. I never thought I'd say that. But all I can really do now is wait. After ending a hug, the girls pull out the poems and their backpacks up, and we have a literature club meeting in the hospital room. Thinking back at the same time, why? I mean, you're Mon and Lily's chat. She trusts you and I trust you, so I mean, like, she trusts you, I trust you enough to, so yeah. They also explained that they wanted to come here directly. I don't know why I didn't mod you earlier, because, I don't know. Wrapped up to school so they could have the opportunity of reunifying the club. But I can't enjoy the time I spent with them, as lingering uneasiness constantly taints my experience. I'll eventually finish up our time with the literature club and the girls begin to leave hesitantly. Yuri sits behind and sits down next to me. She and I talk for a while and I continually try to reassure her that everything will be fine. But she isn't dumb, she sees right through my lies. Out of nowhere, however, Yuri said something that stops me in my tracks. You know that. The sacrifices you're making just stay with us. With me. I really just want to thank you for them. You've taught me a lot about myself, and you're helping in more ways than I can imagine. I understand that there's a chance that you could get in a lot of trouble for staying. I really appreciate it. And if you ever do need to leave, she accentuates leave, I'll be more than willing to follow. I see. You understand that if I go on the run, it could endanger you too, right? Yes. I've thought a lot the last week. Well, we'll see what happens. But if I come on to do it, I will not put you through unnecessary dangerous stress. She doesn't respond. Julia walks into the room and looks me directly in the eyes. Yuri, can I speak to Battle alone for a few minutes, please? Yeah, sure. Yuri looks at me hesitantly and walks out of the room, doing a triple take before we reach the door. I go ahead and just say it. Julia cuts her arm and looks off to the side. I can't discern whether she was attempting to tell me it's good or not. So in response, my parents have mentally feel worse while hoping for the best. Alright, so Admin wants to speak to you directly. Wait, what? You heard me? Admin wants to speak to you directly about this. This time it's truly out of my hands and it's now in yours. I've done all I can. I appreciate it, Julia. When do we go? Tomorrow morning immediately following your discharge. I'll pick you up and we'll go together. Understood. Thank you. Don't mention it. You asked me to try my best, and I did. They were hesitant at first, but I happened to use some brownie points to call your reconsideration interview. The way he would, that almost makes it seem like I'm preemptively being punished. You aren't. If anything, you can trust me on that. Do you know what you're going to tell them? I pretty much have a general basis in mind. Good. I'm going to be heading out now. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Julia. She just responds, she departs. Julia was only cold and professional there, which could be a slight concern. I really hope she's okay. Granted, I've been putting her into a position that she isn't really used to, but I know she's capable of handling it. I'm not an easy agent to supervise, which is why she was even given her position in the first place. She's been through a lot, and I know for the fact that she can handle anything I just to her. While alone in the room, I could contemplate my approach as this for tomorrow. Yuri comes back in shortly after. 10:23. Are we at the place where we need to go with admin? The car accelerates down the road, whirling loudly as it gets ever so close to our destination. I've been officially discharged from the hospital. However, I don't feel like it. Medically, I check out and just need to rest for a while. Everything still stings, burns, and aches. Especially my stomach. The wound wasn't severe enough to where medical staff need to use staples, so they use stitches. And they're still holding my stomach closed while it repairs itself. The sensation of my skin pulling against the square of my abdomen slowly turns into a chilling feeling through my body. It's not the greatest feeling, that's for damn sure. Jolly picked me up right after I was handed my discharge papers and quickly ushered me to her car. She's in her normal casual suit or tank top attire. She's complete in the full form business suit, which actually clings and controls to her body very well. And I remember clothes she bought me from my house. A white short sleeve shirt and black slacks. I guess you could say I was semi-formal, that at all. Julie didn't give me any time to go home and prepare for this, and was adamant I wear what she bought me. What's worse is how quiet she is during our drive. I made multiple attempts to talk to her and try and only get partial, fragmented statements and answers. After a while, I'll just stop caring, wait for us to arrive. When we went to a checkpoint, Julie hands both her ID and mine to the guard. He checks both of them and looks at our faces before trying them open the gate. I look around the huge property and watch all the people walking to and from the mini building, peppering it. Then my eyes focus on a large building in the center, which is the main building of this post and where I'm going. When Julia parks the car, she looks over at me and keeps her tone professional. I'll be with you during the interview. I want you to explain everything that you feel is going to help you keep you here. Understood. Shall we go? She doesn't respond and exits the car. I do the same and follow her into the building. Several recognizable faces look at me when I walk through the main doors. Julie and I enter an elevator and head to an upper level floor. When we get out of the elevator, my feet step on a very expensive and lush shag carpet. The waiting room across from us, surrounded in pristine glass, calls out to me. After signing in, I sit down in the waiting room with Julie and prepare. It isn't too long before I'm called. Following with a cute intern, I led to an office that is very similar to Julia's. Julie sits down with the couch is placed in the middle of the office. I stand at the door and bring my attention to a figure sitting at the desk at the end of the room. 4219 reporting as ordered, ma'am. Sit down. Yes, ma'am. I quickly walk out the chair on the opposite side of her desk and sit down at it, keeping my eyes on her for the entire of my movement. The woman before me is someone I've seen only a few times around here. I've heard from other co-workers that she's a stone-cold bitch, while others say she's a little modern angel. Better to have her than the others I could be speaking to, I guess. Alright, so let's see here. She flips through several papers that are neatly placed onto her desk. 4219, you were injured during an altercation on the 9th? Correct, ma'am. And the reason for your injury was... Ma'am, the reason for my injury was due to an attempt to escape a hostile situation I found myself in. She stops writing the notebook, not making eye contact with me a single time to speak. Hostile situation? Elaborate. Petty criminals abducted both myself and a classmate I was with at the time. She stops writing and looks up directly into my eyes. Petty criminals abducted you. Correct, ma'am. Before we continue, I believe I need an explanation for that. Certainly. Can I have the Grimmy brand back? No, shut up. Yeah, everyone's like, bitch, no. I'm definitely aware of my ability as an employee here, and I am sure you are as well. During the incident, I assessed the threat and found it a better approach to get kidnapped so I can infiltrate. Once I was inside of the building my classmate and I were in, I then found it easier to accept the situation. So, you're telling me that you let yourself get kidnapped so you could sabotage a group of petty criminals internally? Well, I couldn't have said any better myself, man. I see. Why did you feel this was the best approach? At the time, I was outnumbered. Several armed wrestlers surrounded me. If I fought back, I would have surely died. Interesting for someone with your rank to say that. Ma'am, I fully understood the situation and the circumstances I was getting in. It was favorable that I took the route I did. Well, I guess you did something right, because the police ended up handling the search following your escape. She reached into her pile of paper and pulled out a police report. What exactly was the motivation of these petty criminals? Money, ma'am. They were intending on extorting us for ransom. I use the word extort because I know for a fact that she's going to use that word very soon. Extorting you for money, huh? Well, it seems that we found you a division chief, a statement that is different. She looks at another paper and reads what it says. I was asked about my personal affiliation with my employer. This was no longer for money, Bat. Ma'am, with all due respect, I believe you should understand the context of the situation better. Excuse me? Bat! I mean that I know respect, thus why I use with all due respect. Please, may I continue with what I was saying? Make it good. Ma'am, it is not common for victims of kidnapping to be asked about employment or family affiliations. Especially if it's going to be based on ransom. If you kidnap someone, you want to make sure you are extorting money out of other people. If it turns out the person you kidnapped works for a very wealthy company, use that. So what, did you just tell him who we were? Negative. I thought that my appointment was with a janitorial firm part-time. That's what I meant by personal affiliation with an employer. It still doesn't sound like that. Again, ma'am, I was also extremely unstable at the time of that statement. I was under the influence of this new narcotic painkillers in the hospital. I just exited hypothalamic shock and I was still dizzy and not all there. My word usage could have been a little better, I agree, but not scrutinized deeply. Makes sense, thank you for explaining that. You understand what I would have to do if this was an attack on the agency, right? Mandatory relocation. I'm painfully familiar with that. It sounds like you would be opposed to that. Very much so. Explain. Ma'am, I wanted to sort of create a stable environment for myself. One where I can attend a local school and broaden my own horizons while supporting my duties as reserve. And since arriving where I am now, I've done just that. I'm attending high school, I'm academic activity after school, and I'm providing myself a stable living environment that I wanted since I was a child. All the while, I'm still maintaining it, and you're seeing the standards that staff has here laid out for me. Huh. Interesting. She looks at the side and pulls out a folder with other sheet of paper inside. Placing several of them on the desk, she looks over them with great interest. Yeah, I guess you're correct about that. Your scores from the simulation training exercise, even from the quarterly reviews, are still extremely high. Correct, ma'am. Now that I have a stable environment for myself, I believe it has given me great benefit. I am able to not only grow my education and dive into extracurricular activities and experience, I am also training just as much as before. Interesting. What about your injuries? Are they going to be impacting you from training? Correct. That's a big disappointment. I say something with her to continue writing in her handbook. Alright, thank you for this. I believe it's helped me come to an informative decision. I have my best as Julie and I. You're going to medical leave for 7 days. Immediately following your leave, you're going to be given an assignment. No. No. Oh, it didn't work. I had my hopes up, but there's temporary assignment left. I don't know which leave episodes with security intelligence you possess, but you're going to be ensuring measures on our end. Do you understand me? Yeah, this is a long ending. Yes, ma'am, I do. Good, and since you have operational housing here, I'll put a hold on that so when you return it's still available to you. Which I assume means that this is the good ending, or something. I don't know. I don't know if this is a good ending or not. I appreciate that. Julia, do me a favor, keep an eye on him. Of course, ma'am. Is there anything else you request from us? No, you both are dismissed. I nod to her, stand up, and I walk out of the room with Julia. She lifts the end of my shoulder when we get back to the elevator. It'll be okay, I promise that. I don't speak. Silence is the only thing I can really give for right now. Maybe only temporary assignment, but I don't even know how hard this is going to be the goals for myself. They promised me it's temporary, so I get the papers that say it's not permanent. But it's probably for the best. "7 days later, in the club room. I walk into the club room and look in the direction of the girls. They're all sat around the smug desk in the center of the room. Sarah looks at me with heartbroken tears flowing down her cheeks. Natsuki looks aside, almost as if looking at me would break, and it was all she has left. Monica smiles sadly when she sees me. Yuri lays her head down on her desk. Monica reaches over and taps her shoulder, pulling towards me. Yuri stands up and looks hesitantly at me. I don't know if there are any words for the girls. I can't really know how to either. Besides, what can I say in this situation? So I'm leaving you guys, so suddenly take care. Sorry, I know we just started dating, but I gotta run. No matter what I say, nothing is gonna mend these girls' broken hearts. Especially Yuri's. The only real thing I can do is... I open my arms and Yuri immediately runs into me and hugs me. Her arms are by my sides and her face boots on my shoulder. I wrap my arm around her a little tightly. Yuri reaps on my shoulder and clings onto me for dear life. I don't want to do this to her, but I don't have a choice. The other girls look at us and try to hold back their tears too. I tipped my head slightly and whispered into Yuri's ear. I'm so sorry for this. You didn't have a choice. I don't blame you for this. No, will I ever? She sets the Scott crying more intensely to my shoulder. Seeing that spiritual marriage is a very rare sight, which makes it all the more impacting. I'm not going to ask you and the girls to wait. I said that I'd finish yours out today, and I'm finishing it. No matter how long each ending takes, I'm going to finish this today. I only ask that you take care of yourself, okay? I promise. Yuri moves her hands to the front of my white dress shirt. She gently puts it against it and rests her head on my shoulder again. I gently stroke the back of her head and look at the other girls. Monica nods me to affirm something I made her promise to me. Monica and I discussed Yuri and her cutting and decided it was best that since I wouldn't be around anymore that she would help Yuri as much as she could. She needs defense more than ever. And it pains me that I can't be there for her. I caused all this, and now I have to walk away as it falls apart. I'm more pathetic than I ever thought I was. Maybe my old bastard of a father was right. I shook my head, break myself out of these thoughts, and returned my attention to the girls. Looking at each of their eyes, the urge to stay grows exponentially. I want more than anything to be able to stay here with these girls, but I'd only make things worse if I stayed. It's unless it makes me do this. I can't stay with them forever. And I hope that the game doesn't give me a choice here, because that would break my heart. I have to be going now. I just want to let you all know that I really enjoyed my time here with you. You girls have been more than I could have ever imagined or asked. And I'm not sure how I can repay any of you. You don't need to repay us, silly. You're an influence on us all, and I think that you've done more for us than anyone else has or will. And for that, I'm sure we're all very grateful for you. Yuri and I let go of each other. She looks into my eyes before turning around and walking back to her desk. I have to be going now. Goodbye, girls. As I stand right here, Monica called to me. Wait! Monica reaches out from me and saw a smile frantically trying to mask her tears. Huh? Thank you for being part of the Ledger's Club. You don't need to thank me for that. I've enjoyed every minute of it. Without thinking another word, I would painfully depart. The unfortunate circumstances that I'm here, I will never forget them. More importantly, I'll never forget them. Ready to go? As ready as I can be. Julia ascended us to a black SUV in a very pristine formal black suit. I, in turn, am wearing a formal white collar dress shirt and black iron slacks. She opens the back passenger door and nudges me in. When inside, Julia sits next to me in the back and taps on the driver's shoulder, signaling him to start the car and leave. Afterwards, she looks at me, aware of how emotional and torn I am inside, but still keeps her cheery tone audible. You doing alright? I'll be fine, Julia. I know you will. She pats my shoulder and starts to focus on her phone while I take out one last look at the school everyone fond of and the people inside of it. So, once I was on the flight out of the city, I tried to look past everything I was leaving behind. Whether or not I will return as a pipe dream that I don't really wish to hold on to. I will take on my next assignment with the image of fear in my head. Six months later. So 6 months later, we're finally back. Yuri and the girls were walking with the crowd of students out of jazz at the end of the year assembly. A statement that congratulates the students for completing a year of academics and excellence. The excitement gets electric, and everyone's glad to have the stress amount of panels to score you over. Such a little class. The unfortunate sudden departure of someone important to them, they've been continuing the activities as normal. The girls stop in the center of the water, all of them happily talking under the summer sun. Yay, the year's done! Say that again, God, what a year! We traded well, our experience a lot was fun. I agree, Monica. So, what sort of plans do you have for summer? I'm gonna perfect my baking, duh! Oh, what am I saying? It's already perfect! I'm gonna just relax this summer, maybe spend some time at the beach. I got a new collection of book series I plan to finish. What about you, Sari? I got a summer job at the animal shelter. Really, that actually sounds perfect for you. Yo looks up over some students in the crowd towards a portable stage where several educators stand. The girl reaches over to tap you on the shoulder and point behind her. Huh? Long time no see, Yuri. Huh? Pat! Yuri jumps in surprise, joy, and runs to hug me. And that was the good ending. Was that a long end? Yeah, that was a long ending. Holy shit. That was a good ending. That was the good ending. That was a long one. That was quite the long ending. But, like I said, I saved for a reason. I saved for a reason. And that reason is so that we can go back and do the other ending. So, we got the good ending. Now, let's see what would happen if I instead chose to say, oh, well, I mean, I'm not going to change myself anymore. I'm just going to leave. So I wonder what would happen if I just up and said, like, you know, I'm going to abandon Yuri and I'm going to leave. Seer, Yagamira, Pobao, Crash, all the art in this mod. Fucking amazing. I can't stress this enough. This mod's fucking amazing. Is my dad outside doing something? There's something outside. All the music in this mod is fucking good. Runner up. Yep, it won runner up mod of the year, best augmented mod, best innovative mod, whatever the fuck. Inspired by Vision. Inspired by Fruits of Messiah, of course. Oh my god, this mod is so fucking good. But we're not done yet. We are not done yet. So let's load back into that game. So, like I said, we're gonna do both endings. So, instead of me saying, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna stay here with Yuri because we're sticking by her, what if we said, you know what, I'm not gonna complicate things any more than they already are. If I stay, I will get arrested. I'm gonna leave Yuri. As much as I absolutely wish to defy Julia, I can't. I'd make things worse for Yuri and the girls. I'd be taken into custody and kept away for a long time and make things ultimately odorous for Julia too. Damn it, all I wanted was just to be happy and live a normal life. Just when that was with my grasp, it's taken. I'll lower my head and not Julia. When are we leaving? After you discharge from here. So around a week then? Maybe less. I'm really sorry. Yuri tunes him out of the other room. I can tell this one's gonna be a sad ending. And this is the bad ending too. So it's a sad and bad ending. Seeing you leave hurt me a lot more than I expected. I can barely get myself to my head. I'll take care of the arrangements. You just rest up, but when you discharge, I'll give you time to say goodbye. You do know that's going to destroy me, right? There's no other way. It's better this way, trust me. It's kind of hard to trust you now. Jill looks away, evidently hurt by my words. But right now I can hardly care. Just go. I want to be alone for a while. I see. Without thinking of the word, she turns and silently walks out of the room. Unable to really contain my emotions, I'm forward with my head in my hands. Not only have I created a life here in Yuri and the Literature Club, but I've forced myself to walk away from them, to leave them behind, to abandon it all. You're always for misfortune. I mean, look at you, boy! Got that poor girl's hopes up just for you to cruelly stop it back down. Hell, keep this up and you'll be just like your old man. Shut the fuck up. No matter where I am in life, I have reason for a living that I'm not able to change. My life, my person, my existence belongs to Julia and the company. As much as I want to claim it as my own, I have no power or authority to do that. More importantly, I belong to Julia. Since both she and Ashley raised me and gave me the life I have now, they provided a starving and dying child with a new chance of redemption. Now I'm a revenant. It's entirely possible that I don't deserve a normal life. I am what I am. It doesn't matter how far I run or how much I hide, I'll always be what I am. Or told for others to use for their own benefit. Trying to force myself to believe those words, I give myself a pretty bad headache. Lifting my head off my hands, I lean back onto the bed and stare out the window. Night. My shoulder being shaken for the ninth time tonight finally irritates me enough to respond. What do you want? Jesus, you've been on sunset all day, just staring at that window. I want to check on you. Joe was right in that I was staring into nothing all day. I refuse to acknowledge anyone else's presence, just spaced out all day staring at the window. For a brief moment, there when the sun was going down, I thought to myself that looked nice. But just quickly the sun fully set and I was back to the husk that I presently am. The shock of everything makes it even hard to accept the feelings I have, especially due to how close I was to theory. It feels so unreal. I want it all to be a horrible nightmare that I won't wake up from. Where I can go to school and attend a literature club with my friends again. But it's all very real. Julia snaps if it goes from my eyes and once again rips me out of my mind. I think maybe you need some actual sleep, or they need to lower the dosage of painkillers. Julia, all I want is just to be left alone. I don't want to talk to you or anyone else. There's nothing to say. Well, isn't this case of deja vu, huh? When Ashley and I first picked you up, you never spoke. You know what you just fired as? Yes, I do. You said there's nothing to say. Damn it, back. I can't even reverse on me like this. Can you blame me for doing so? Surely I'm being taken away from the life that I've desired for a very long time. Listen, I know it's hard right now. She sits down beside the bed next to me and wraps her arm around my shoulders. But you will pull through it. You wouldn't do worse. I prefer if I hadn't. All of us do. Was there anything else you need? Other than that, no. Just as a bed, it's just one of the chairs so that she can rest comfortably on it. Finding a group, she places both her feet at the end of my bed. Staying here again? Although it may not seem like it that, I still care about you a lot. I might have to have someone with you for a while. Whatever you say. I turn my hand to the back of the window into darkness. As the days pass me by, my thoughts are constantly returning to the large club in Yuri. From the moment of my decision, the resentment I had for myself shot up. I knew from the very start that something like this would happen. That's why I almost refused to talk to anyone at the beginning. But I failed to follow my own advice and look where it got me. I not only hurt myself, but the girls too. I don't deserve that. They're all amazing people and I swore to them I would protect them at all costs. Nice one, bet. On the day of my discharge, I was picked up by Julia and taken home to share my clothes. She wanted me in full wear since I was going to be going to the field office in an official capacity. I reluctantly complied and got dressed. When I was ready, everything I was necessary to take was packed. Julia drove me to school. And the entire way there, my stomach continually dropped. The absolute fear I have inside is almost too much for me to handle. Saying goodbye is one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do. Swallowing my emotions, I gather up enough courage to grab the handle open the door. Stepping onto the wet concrete sidewalk, the boys of school, Julia gets out after me. Do you need me to go in with you? No, I'll do this myself. Alright, I'll wait in the car. She reaches into the back seat and hands me an umbrella, which I refuse to take. Traversing those cold, my empty hallways make the echoes of my footsteps all the heavier. So I work out just to pick up my feet. My body and heart are doing everything possible to keep me from doing this. God. But I can't leave without saying goodbye. Arriving outside the door of the club room, my hand stopped inches from the doorknob. It's now never that. All three girls are sitting down at the group of desks on the side of the room. Their watery eyes all stare back at me, begging for me to give them good news. And for once, I'm completely speechless. Words fail to come to me in this situation. What do I say? What can I say? After an excruciatingly awkward moment of silence, I'm finally able to break the tension. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all of you. So guess what? Premier Chan walks over to me, her arms outstretched. I open mine allowed her to hug me. You don't need to say sorry, Bet. It's not like you can do anything about it. I understand sometimes we just have more important obligations we have to honor. Bet, I know I have to leave, which makes this a lot harder for me to say. But thank you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. You've taught me a lot about myself, and you helped inspire courage and self-esteem inside of me that I never thought was possible. And even though you have to leave, I'll always cherish the memories we shared together. These words hit me really deep inside. I feel the sting of tears throughout my eyes. Desperately trying to my damnedest to stop them, I feel horribly and can feel a tear rolling down my cheek. Yuri, I don't know what happens to me, no matter where I go in life from here. You will always be in my heart. You will always be part of my life where I can say I actually have fun. You, Yuri, you're someone that I love. Yuri tries to look away, but ultimately wants me. Just the ultimate. For trying on. Peaceful and good as well. Don't focus on my grasp. I'll leave the heads along as I touch one last time. Kiss one down my cheeks and I was. Oh god. Why do I have to do this to these girls? They don't deserve to have their hearts broken like this. Especially with someone as horrible as me. I know I only came here to say goodbye, but I can't bring myself to let go of them. If I could have just spent more time with these girls, if I could have prevented everything that happened, none of this would be happening. I wouldn't be a broken man, they wouldn't be hurt. But I guess men like myself only exist to harm. So I must go before it's too late for me to say goodbye. All of us will leave each other and wipe away our tears. Suri goes back to her desk and puts her head down on it. Natsuki covers her face and walks quietly into the closet where I can hear her sniffle loudly. Yuri keeps her hands placed on my chest and looks down at the floor. Monica just stands in front of me, unsure what to do. Monica? Yeah? Thank you for welcoming me and letting me join your literature club. Yeah, it's not my literature club, that. It's our literature club. You'll always have a place here with us in our hearts. I reach over for an arm and Monica and pull her close and do the same with Yuri. I want you two to take care of yourself and the others. Can you do that for me? Both of them nod sadly. I release them and Yuri goes back to her desk, also placing her head on it. Goodbye, girls. Without thinking another word, I turn around and depart. Walking towards the black car, the droid peers off from my silent, reflecting what I've just done. I'll never be able to forgive myself for this. No, whatever, I ask for forgiveness. As I reach for the car door handle, I hear someone calling up behind me. Wait! Turning around to see Yuri run out from the school's front doors and into the ring towards me. Tears are covering her cheeks, her eyes spread for crying. She reaches for places in my chest and looks into my eyes. Without hesitation, I wrap both my arms around her and hug her tight as I can. put that on the list. Another one that made me cry. God. That's another one that made me cry. Put it on the list. Put it on the fucking list, dude. Put it on the fucking list, dude. I need a minute here, hold on. I think this is the first ever mod that has made me legit cry for like a few seconds. Like, in my entire time playing mods, like 30 plus mods, no mod has actually made me cry like that. No mod has actually made me cry like that. Oh god. No mod has actually made me cry like that. Fuck. Hold on. Let's continue. Goodbye, Yuri. We both look at each other and turn to get in the car. My closer to behind me, Julia starts the engine and accelerates. As the car gets further and further from the school, Yuri remains outside and watches me leave. The last look we get of her was her dropping to her knees and... Don't do this. And that was it. That was Yuri's route. Holy shit. Oh my god. Yeah, that bad ending made me fucking cry. But which ones have I done at this point? All I have to do is Monica's route. I've done in this order. I've done Natsuki's route, Sayori's route, and now I've done Yuri's route. All I need to do is Monica's route. And that's what we're gonna do the next episode of this. The next episode of Fruits, we are going to be starting our final route in this mod, Monica's route. I've heard from people that I have to do this route last. It was suggested for me to do Monica's route last, and that's what I'm doing. I'm saving hers for last. Don't know why people want me to save this for last. It's probably for a very good reason. Yuri's route has actually been better. Natsuki's route is pretty fucking good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Natsuki's route is really good. Like, holy shit. For those of you that are watching this that have not seen Natsuki's route, you should watch it, because holy shit, it's fucking amazing. But yeah, that's the end of Yuri's route. I will see all of you in the next episode where we will start Monica's route.